They are in radio ratings mode at the moment. So Greg Martin, we've dragged him out of the Champagne Fest party. It's a man's radio station where they have things like lawn porn, where men ring in and what they do is they tell you about how they are absolutely curating their back gardens as opposed to front gardens. Marto, welcome back, mate.
I thought you wanted me to do the weather here in Brisbane where all the Kiwis want to move to. 33 all day. There's a storm expected later on. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, listen, yes, it's ratings day and we're superior and everything else, but no champagne at our station. I've been on the building site all day and I'm sweating bad.
Hang on a second. So is this daughter's building site?
No, friend, our newsreader didn't know any carpenters.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, mate. Yeah, that's what I get. I get all the bleeding heart. And do you think I work $6 an hour like all the other carpenters? No.
Yeah, but hang on a second. But Mrs. Every morning you set your alarm for 3, 2, 1, right? And then you get up and you go to work and Mrs. Marto says, all you do is you bloody talk on the radio. It's not a real job, so this is your real job, is it? Yeah.
All right, I wish I could FaceTime you and show you where mate. Everyone's roaching me. Can we get you a carton of beer? No, give me money.
Money, cash. Yeah, that's it.
People still get paid cash in New Zealand?
Oh, cash is king, mate. You know what that. I mean, it's power goes out. All of a sudden, it's kind of like you can't get to the money machine. Last night in India, we got a Rohit Sharma, mate. He just absolutely wasted us, didn't he?
Oh, you know my theory. They should have given the trophy to India 4 or 5 weeks ago. They're not going to get beaten. They're not allowed to be beaten. The BCCI, the controlling body of India cricket, they run the whole thing. They control 90% of the money. So therefore, if they don't win, cricket doesn't exist anymore. So sorry you had to play them, but we'll play them on. Oh, maybe we won't play them on Sunday. But sorry about that. But
you're very confident. You must be confident about beating the Saffers because they'll choke themselves, won't they?
Wouldn't you love to see that? But there's a lot of South Africans live in Australia. There's a lot of Indians live in Australia. There's a lot of Kiwis. And the two worst, and you've done it to us, let's face it, the two worst overconfident immigrants we like here in Australia are confident South Africans and confident Indians. And you've caused both of them in the rugby and now the cricket. We got bloody truck drivers strutting around going, oh, thank you, I'm very good. Now, we'll have to do this on our own if we want to make society better again.
I read a great tweet today from somebody from Caribbean cricket and he said, congratulations, India. Wow, what a surprise. Just scratching your way into a one-day cricket final. I mean, you couldn't prepare your own pitches. You couldn't create your own schedule, could you? Yeah.
They're bloody good. You got to admit, they're bloody on their pitches. When you go there on a test tour, it takes until the third test until you work out what the pitch is doing. So maybe now everyone's 10 games in. No. These guys have been playing on roads and potholes, streets. So are 1 year of age. Of course they're going to know how to play in India. So, I don't know. It doesn't matter who wins out of Australia and New Zealand. I hope we do, of course. But
is there any one of your cricketers? We were going through a list the other day and we're going through the whole Australian team and we're going to go wanker or not. And all we did was got wanker. And so apart from Solar Panel Pat, you see, because there's a lot of people in New Zealand that love all that kind of stuff. But apart from him and Zampa, is there any of them that you really like and warm to? Yeah, hesitation's way too long there, isn't it? See, this is a great game to play, mate. Get a sporting side that you hate and play wanker or not, okay? It's a great game to play on the radio.
No, but it doesn't happen very often in football codes because they're not wankers because they run into each other and they sort the wanker out of you.
Yeah, that's good point.
They're able to strut around all bloody day. A lot of them are sportistic. They're a little bit too focused on what they do. Yeah, no, there's no one I would say, geez, I'd love to have a beer with him.
That guy, yeah. But look at the guys that you used to have. I mean, Merv Hughes, you'd love to have a beer with him every day of the week, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, him, Greg Ritchie, the Fat Cat.
Yeah, Fat Cat's brilliant, mate. Yeah.
I know you're not allowed to say this on radio, but the absence of alcohol has probably knocked the stuffing. Now, there's no guts. No one's got a gut.
That's it. Yeah, the fat guy playing cricket. Everyone loved the fat guy playing cricket, didn't they?
They sure did. He didn't want to take singles. He just wanted to slog. Now we got... Oh, look at me abs. What are you doing with abs, mate?
Yeah, what? Exactly, yeah. A couple of things before we go. Michael Hooper is off to play sevens. So is DuPont, apparently. Is Hooper going to be good at sevens?
She's a learned skill. I'm sure all sevens people are going, oh, mate, you won't have any idea. Mate, he's always on the ball, and he's super fit, and he's fast. But why the hell would you want to do it? Have you ever played seven? It's a crazy game that requires extreme fit. It's a young man's game, and he's the wrong side of 30, but if he wants to do it, good on him, because I feel very sorry that he didn't go to the World Cup, and this is maybe a way to apologise, going, there you go, Tiger, get stuck into it. I'd rather somebody with out-and-out pace rather than just because he's a bit of a trundle now. He gets hit so many rucks and mauls and been hammered, and he's not all that huge. It's going to be tough, but good on him. If he wants to do it, go for your life's champion.
Finally, we had a bit of a moan on this week, of course, about, the TMO and World Rugby privately admitting apparently that the TMO got it wrong. Look, I mean, we don't hold grudges, but I'll go back to not just the underarm. The underarm was one thing. Martin Snedden took that friggin' catch. Greg Chaplin, the outfield, when he got 90 in that game, and and the umpires say that they didn't see it, right? Okay?
No. That's going on 40 years ago.
Yes, that's exactly right. Then there's Dyer the liar, mate. And then, of course, there's Mike Whitney, who was bloody plum in 1987. I'm not saying we hang on to stuff. Susie the waitress, that's right. Now we've got Tom Foley, the TMO, calling a try back that wasn't a...
That's why I love you guys. You just won't let go.
Enjoy the day on the site, mate.
Yeah, I will, mate. There'll be beer eventually.
All
See ya.
See you, Greg. Lovely talking to you. And thanks so much for joining us as always, mate. Greg Martin, Triple M out of Brisbane. They rate their... Well, are you allowed to say tits off anymore, Lachlan, or is that sexist? Is that sexist saying tits? That's pag! Is it?
Well, wouldn't it be sexist not saying it because you're not including women in the conversation?
Devlin.
Yeah, the next rule.
The platform.